Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. Y'all come on in. Come on in. While y'all are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and share. 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 Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. All right. Okay. Let me pull it up, and share. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me share. Great morning, everybody. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. All right. I have shared, y'all. It is official. Great morning, everyone. Great morning. What an incredible day it is. It's Friday. Hey, it's Friday, y'all. Listen, I don't know about you, but every day is a great day to me. But listen, today I am super excited. Hey, Phoenicia, thank you for joining me on IG, girl. Yes, honey, yes. Listen, share this broadcast. Share it on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I'm out on X. I'm on X, y'all. I bet y'all didn't know that. Yep, I'm on X, formerly known as Twitter. Like the symbol formerly known as Prince, right? Yes, I'm there too. But I'm super excited about today and about today's message, about today's word. So get some people on the line so that they can hear this word from the Lord. Of course, y'all know the morning is not the morning until we get started, right? Because it's shot o'clock. What time is? Listen, y'all remember the group time? What time is it? Dude, it's shot o'clock, y'all. It's shot o'clock. It's time to get our shots in. Y'all ready? Time to get alive. Let's go. Shot. Everybody shake. Shake the devil off. Brrr. Normally I would have the red bottle and I would do something like this. ABC, as easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, do, re, mi, ABC, 1, 2, 3, alive. It's you and me. But we got so many flavors. I had to make choices, baby. So today I chose to pull out the apple cinnamon and the liquid collagen, which has an orange papaya taste that is out of this world. So y'all watch me mix it up. So, of course, thank you, Carnival, for my trusty shot glass. It's big enough to hold my 2 shots. Really, it's like 1.5, almost 2, because the density is different. Okay, so first thing that I do is I pour in my Alive Skin and Beauty. Y'all see this? Y'all see? 58 wear. What? Don't play with me, right? So first I pour in my Alive Skin and Beauty. Ooh, it's about right there. Okay. Y'all see this? Just the thickness, the gold. liquid gold. I just had a flashback to the Clampets, right? Y'all remember that? All right, now pour in my apple cinnamon. Don't forget to add a little cinnamon in it. Oh, I can tell already this is going to be that kind of day. I can tell already what kind of day it's going to be. I'm going to be on that silly. All right, y'all. Listen. Here we go. Alive Skin and Beauty with our live apple cinnamon. Listen. Cheers to the fact that you can grow into it. Come on, somebody. Grow into it. Man. Y'all, yeah. That's what I'm going to tell y'all. Baby, it's the mixture for me. Baby, it's the mixture. I love all of our Alive individually. But baby, it's something about that Alive Skin and Beauty and that Alive Apple Cinnamon that just takes you to another level. Oh, that's good. That's good. I woke up this morning and I got up. Normally when I get up, I kind of struggle with getting up because my back bothers me. But baby, the fact that I was able to sit up and get up, and my first few steps normally are kind of hard, baby, and I didn't feel that pain that I normally feel. It lets me know that that liquid collagen is working. It's lubricating my joints. One of the things liquid collagen is good for is your joints and bones, right? So look up the benefits of collagen. Look up the benefits of collagen because you're going to discover like, what? Really? Yeah. So I definitely can feel the difference in taking it. All right, y'all. So let's talk about it. All right, let me see who's on here first. Hey, Lisa, good to see you, beautiful. Baby, Kat, I'm so praying for you, beautiful. I'm so glad that you made it home. Yes. Hey, Christina, what's up, Mimi? Hey, Summerlin, great morning, gorgeous. Listen. Whoo. Oh, Phoenicia said, I need that for my back pain then because it's a struggle for me. Yeah, y'all, I'm telling you, listen, these products, and a lot of times, you know, people think that you're just saying stuff to say stuff, but I literally have watched how these products have revolutionized people's lives and changed their lives and made it better, increased the, what is it called? Their quality of life. It's increased the quality of life of a lot of people. And that's the tremendous blessing because the products work. But yeah, that liquid collagen is good for joints and bones. And, you know, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia back in I think about 96. And it's like a conglomerate of a lot of different things that people often miss, right? Or they think it's not real. But what I've noticed is since I've started using these products, the things that my body normally experiences, I either don't experience them or I don't experience them as badly or as often. So for me, having energy is an amazing thing. But I'm going to tell y'all something that the Alive Skin and Beauty added to my life that was still a struggle, even with the other products, right? And that's going to the bathroom regularly. Like, that was a real thing for me. Like, I struggle with going to the bathroom. Like, it's a struggle for me. And I look at my grandkids and my grandson, I need to give them some Alive Skin and Beauty. That'll probably help him too. I look at my grandkids and my grandkids, one of them in particular, Joseph, struggles with going to the bathroom. And that's how my body is, right? But this Alive Skin and Beauty has really helped, right? Really helped me with being able to go regularly, which is another reason that we hold on to weight because we're full of unreleased fecal matter. So, you know, we gotta go. And so it's really helped me a lot. So those intestinal issues, it also helps with intestines, gut health. So that's key. That's key. Today I'm talking about grow into it. You know, sometimes God will send you into places where things are already, hey Jackie, great morning, gorgeous, where things are already said and people are already in place and in position. And sometimes he will send you to places that seem barren, right? They've been barren and you're having to break through. Jackie said she got her liquid gold yesterday and she's loving it. I'm trying to tell y'all what I'm trying to tell y'all, honey. Listen. Regardless of which situation you find yourself in, there's always a blessing in it, right? So sometimes you just have to grow into it, whatever that is. Now, lots of people want to be leaders, right? Lots of people want to be leaders. Lots of people want success and they want to be successful and they want to be considered successful. But sometimes you haven't had the tools, you haven't done the work on you necessary in order for you to get where God is trying to take you, and you have to grow into it. This season is not a season of you just placed into stuff. You're gonna have to grow into some stuff, right? It means you got to grow up. You've got to mature. You have to develop skills that you haven't had to have before, or you may have had to have them, but you didn't have them. You've got to grow into it. You got to grow into this season. This season, you're gonna have to grow into it. Don't back up because you don't have it all figured out. Don't back up because you may not have everything that you want. Don't back up, right? Grow into it. Allow yourself to be stretched. Allow yourself to get out of your comfort zone. So God began to show me some things about growing superstars, right? See, some people already are superstars. They're already superstars. They already are viewed like that. And some people, God wants to grow you into that. And let me tell you why he wants to grow you into that. So that other people will know that they can grow into it, that they can become it, that it's not dependent upon your degrees. It's not dependent upon how much money you make. It's not dependent on having an easy life, or it's not dependent on the opportunities being handed to you, but it's you growing into that place of success, that place of leadership, that place. And it requires another level of you. And this is a level of you that you've not tapped into yet. It's a level of you that you have not yet experienced, but you're becoming it. You already are it in the spirit, but you're becoming it in the natural. And it's that becoming that becomes uncomfortable. It is that growth that becomes uncomfortable. It's just like with a seed, right? You're that seed that has been planted in the dirt, right? It's going to be some manure that need to be spread up on you. Don't argue about it. Don't fuss about it. Don't complain about it. Grow through the ish. It's going to be days when it's dry. Don't argue about it. Don't fuss about it, but you just grow through the dry. It's going to be some times when the rain comes and it seems like the rain will never stop. Listen, don't be mad because you just came out of a dry season. Welcome that water. Hold on to it, absorb it, and allow it to let you grow so that you can grow through the rain, right? New Edition had a song, Can You Stand the Rain, right? Can you stand the rain? Not only stand the rain, but allow the rain to water you so that you can grow and grow into who God has created you to be. Grow into that person that's going to impact lives, right? You got to grow beyond ego. We got to grow beyond personality conflicts. We got to grow beyond previous limitations. We got to grow beyond our fears, but you got to grow. The only way that you truly get change in your life is through your growth. You got to grow growth is painful. I don't know if you all have ever gone through a growth spurt, or you knew someone who went through a growth spurt. All of a sudden, one day you're one size, and it seems like overnight you just take off growing. And one thing that happens when kids go through growth spurts is their bones, their joints, like they tend to fall and be clumsy because their body is trying to catch up with their growth. Grow into it. Grow into that place that you desire to be. Grow into that person that God has called you to be. Grow into it. And know that the growth is going to be uncomfortable. Know that there are going to be some difficult lessons that you're going to learn along the way. There are going to be some things that happen that don't feel so good to you, but are necessary for your growth. There's power in being underestimated. There's power in it. There's a blessing in being underestimated. There's a blessing in not looking like everybody else. There's a blessing in not feeling like, you get the attention or you get the time. It challenges you, at least it can challenge you to grow. Grow. God is just trying to provoke growth from us. And nothing that happens is designed to destroy us. It's not by God anyway. Listen, and there's nothing the enemy can do unless God allows it. And so because we know his plans for us, listen, we can't get caught up in the fact that we are being stretched by life situations and circumstances. They're designed to make you grow. What a waste it is when you go through all of that and you still don't grow. So last night we had our first class of No More Sabotage Supercharge 7-week boot camp. And it was amazing. But anyway, I'm going to bring April up and we're going to kind of talk about some of the things that we realized as we went through the class last night. Because listen, this is the thing. Everything is designed to help you grow. But growth requires you looking at you. So help me bring to the front of the stage none other than and only April Green Anderson.
Don't do.
My girl in the building.
All right.
Hey, boo.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
I shook my curls loose.
I see you in all extra this morning. Okay, we lit today.
We are lit today. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So, April, hold on. Let me turn my volume up because I want to hear everything you're saying, girl. Because listen, last night was everything. Everything.
Yeah.
It was everything to me.
Yeah. You're going to make me go listen to that song on repeat today.
Song, listen, I felt that in my spirit, honey. Master.
Good morning, Phoenicia. Hey, sis. Hey, Lisa. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Eveline. Miss Eveline, you and I are going to have a conversation today.
Bless the name of the Lord, girl. So, April, today the Lord gave me grow into it. And last night, though you've done the supercharge before, right? One of the things you always say is, I'm going to be in everything Dr. V do because it is never
the same. And that is so true because last night was different. I'm like, now I remember the first supercharged boot camp I took. It wasn't like this. This was different. This got to the core of us as individuals, which will really change our lives and who we are and what happens. So who we are at the core, at the individual, I was teaching my students about Maslow's hierarchy of needs and the pyramid. And at the top of it was self-actualization. And you have to go through all these levels and achieve these other levels before you can get there. Last night was the self-actualization part where we see and delve into who we are and how that affects every area. So our lives are like this circle. And then we have all these parts coming from the circle. Last night, helped us to understand us and to put all that into play, put all that into and how it affects our lives, put it into action. So there was some stuff, there was some revelation that dropped. Shout out to my girl VG because she did a mic drop last night, and I'm still feasting off that. I'm still feasting off what
Yeah.
X said and what was her name? Oh,
Camille.
Camille. What Camille was, all of it tied in, and we could see
Yes.
the difference
Yes.
that No More Sabotage made, and now we're ready to supercharge. So it's good to have a foundation. It's good to get the training. It's good to get that part. But when you do that supercharge, you put everything into overdrive. Like you need to actively, daily, consistently put this stuff into practice for your
Yes.
life. And last night was, I've been getting revelation all week long. Like, and considering what I've been through, I've needed this. It's like it
Yes.
lets you know, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track. This is working. So y'all, if you're not taking this stuff, y'all missing out. Do not think that, I'll catch you next time. Well, the time that you miss is the time that you need it. I'm telling you, because God don't play. He gives it.
Well, listen, and I'm gonna say this because last night, I said this. I said, "Oh, this is different. God is going in a different direction." God just took it in like I had the direction I was going to take it in. I had what we've done in the past, and God said no, and I'm like, okay, well, you gonna have to where are we going, God?
Yeah, but it
And
was.
that's one of the things that I think was so huge last night. We talked about the significance of surrender.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is the opposite of control?
Surrender, and that's what.
Surrender.
And you know what? Now that you say that again, and I'm able to think about it, my PQ score, my saboteur assessment, I did always have an issue with control. Always was on the chart. It was
Yes.
never high, but it was on there. But when I did the assessment yesterday and looked at my score, it's like, wait a minute, the controller is at a zero? A zero, like zero. So that lets me know that I'm finally in the mindset of, you can't control stuff, girl, but you are directly connected to the one who is the controller. So, like I said, when we read, what was it, Colossians 10? No, was that Colossians? That was Colossians 1, 15 through 17. And when you ask us, what did we get from the scripture? I said, well, what I got is God runs it all. He controls it all. Then what am I worried about? Why am I worried about things that are happening when I don't have the control? If I could change it, I would. But the fact that I can't, but I'm connected to the one who can, oh, okay, let me just sit back and prop my feet up. All right, God, that's above my pay grade. I'm going to let you handle that. And I'm just going to trust you. And when you tell me to move and to do, I'm going to do that. So
Yes.
that was major for me last
Yes.
night.
Yes.
Major. Yeah.
So another thing that, first of all, God is really dealing with us on sovereignty and his sovereignty, his right to do whatever he wants to do, whenever he wants to do it, however he wants to do it, because he's God.
Yep.
Not just sovereign in my life or your life, but in all of our lives. God is sovereign. He has the final say. He's the one that drops the mic. Like he is that. So when we were talking, and I promise you, it was so many times I wanted to get up and run, and I was mad I didn't have enough room in my office. Baby, my office needs to be bigger, okay? So in our next house, my office needs to have some space for me to be able to get up and run, okay? And I need to have the motion thing that turns with me and follows me so it can follow me while I run, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But the sovereignty of God, which requires us to grow into someone we've never seen before, someone we've never been before. And I thought about you, and I thought about my cousin talking to you, and she's like, "Well, what happened to April? Because April was always quiet, and she didn't really say anything. She didn't really, do deal with people. She just was kind of off to herself. And this April that is showing up now, you've grown."
Yes, exponentially, like for real. You would have never gotten me to where I am. And it makes me laugh because who I am and how I'm showing up now is who I've always been. But because of life circumstances and things that took place, it suppressed that. And I didn't know. But
Right.
God, and God is so strategic. It is amazing that
Yes, he is.
time, at the right time and at the right season, these things will come to bring you out, to bring you out. Now I'm out here and I couldn't go back and retract if I wanted to. And I don't, because I like who I am now, because it is so freeing. So with taking
Yes.
the supercharge, it continues with my freedom and expression of who I am, and not just April, but who God intended and created me to be from the beginning.
Listen, you said the expression of who you are, and I immediately thought about in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, right? There is a part where he talks about, oh my goodness, he talks about um, living the greatest expression of God, right? And living the greatest expression of God stretches you.
Yeah.
Like it forces you to grow. He talks about this. It's a line that says that you becoming rich, right? And he talks about riches, and I know in the church people often think of riches and money as a bad thing, but he talks about how that desire can never be rooted just in, oh, I want to be rich so I can just do stuff for me. I want to buy stuff. I want to
Mm-hmm.
have this. I want to have name brand. I want to drive this. I want to do that. It can never that's wrong. That's wrong
Yeah.
motive. Nor though can it just be rooted in, oh, I just want to save the world and I just want to help everybody else and da 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 da. Because on the one side, you're selfish. On the other side, you're self-abasing. And so you still don't become the greatest expression of God in
Right.
the earth, because in your mind you convince yourself that that's a bad thing. So he talks about that it has to become like a plant. A plant, that seed, once it's in the ground, has a natural desire to grow.
Yes, absolutely.
You ain't got to tell the plant, grow a plant.
Right. That's what
But
it was
what you
created to
see,
do.
say
Yeah.
it again.
That's what it was created to do. It wasn't created to just stay a seed. It was created to grow and mature into something beautiful. That's what it was. So it's like, I know my purpose. I know why I was created. So I need to do that.
And that is the same with us. We have to operate from the place of allowing the greatest expression of God to show up in the earth. And people may say, oh, but Dr. V, money doesn't have to be a part of that. Listen, I want to go for a second to Deuteronomy chapter 8, because I want you to understand that the enemy has tricked us out of our wealth. The enemy has tricked us out of our wealth. God didn't do it. The enemy has tricked us out of our wealth. Let me get to it. Deuteronomy 8. And y'all write this scripture down and y'all can go look it up for yourself, okay? Come on. I wasn't even planning on going this direction, but I guess this is what God's doing, okay?
Remember that
I guess
control.
this is
It
what
is
he's
not
doing, honey. Surrender. I surrender. All right,
That's it.
Deuteronomy 8. And I'm gonna start at the top and I'm gonna read on down, right? To verse. I'm gonna read this chapter because I want y'all to understand this. April, help me, girl.
I got you.
Okay.
Be careful to obey. And I'm doing this in the New Living Translation because that's the one I love. I think you like that one too. Be careful
Yeah.
to obey all the commands I am giving you today. Then you will live and multiply, and
Stop
you
right
will
there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. What?
you will live and multiply. Not just
When
live.
you obey all the commands he's giving you today. Okay, go ahead. He talked to the children of Israel. They done came out of bondage. No, okay, go ahead.
And you will enter and occupy the land the Lord swore to give your ancestors. Remember how the Lord your God led you through the wilderness for these 40 years, humbling you and testing you to prove your character.
Okay, stop. I'm not even because I'm finna preach this tomorrow. I'm not even finna do that. Let me go. Let's go down to. I felt that in my. Oh no, we finna really get into this. Oh no. We finna. Oh my God, today we gonna talk about that tomorrow. Passionate Pursuit, Sabbath. Fellowship service. I want y'all to join us tomorrow because I already see what God is doing, and it is a whole divine setup.
Yeah.
Read. Okay, can you do me a favor?
Mm.
Read verse 18.
It says,
No,
remember.
read 17 and 18.
All
No,
right.
16 through 18.
Okay. He fed you with manna in the wilderness, of food unknown to your ancestors.
Pause.
God
So
almighty.
he done fed you with something that didn't even exist previously. What?
Your ancestors didn't know anything about that. He's giving you
Listen.
some fresh new stuff. Ah,
So when we get caught up in what our ancestors did, what our parents did, what our grandparents did, what they didn't do, what they didn't have, God created a whole new food substance specifically for the children of Israel. Do you not know that he will do the same for us? Okay, go ahead, April. Go ahead. I'm trying not to preach this morning. Go ahead.
He did this to humble you and test you for your own good. He
Wait,
did
did this say test you?
test
God
you.
don't test us.
See, that's what this says. It says
Oh,
to
okay.
test you. He
Okay, for what? Test you for what?
for your own good.
Oh,
For
because
your
you need to know what's in you. You
mm.
need to go through this test so that you learn this lesson so you never go back. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He did all this so you would never say to yourself, I have achieved this wealth with my own strength and energy.
Oh,
Mm,
so you won't be able to say, I got this with my degrees. Oh,
right.
I got this with my job. Oh, I got this because I'm so amazing.
Mm.
Oh, this is just a lot. Okay, go ahead.
Remember the Lord your God. He is the one who gives you power to be successful in order to fulfill the covenant he confirmed to your ancestors with an oath.
Can God lie?
No. The word is the word. If he said it, it shall be, it will be, it is.
It said he is the one who gives you power to be successful. Okay? He's giving you power he gives you the power to be successful. Did it say he only give it to some people?
Nope. He
Oh, he
said,
only give it to people with college degrees?
mm-mm,
Oh, he only give it to people who are born in families with money?
mm,
He only give it to people that are born into families with two parents?
mm.
He only give it to people who are born in certain states? He
Mm.
only give it to people that are born in the U.S.? Listen, God gives us the ability to be successful.
Yes, he does.
Another version says it is he who gives you the ability to obtain wealth. If it's not important, if it's not significant, if it's not something that you're supposed to have, why would God talk about it? And even when he talked about Solomon, he said that he asked Solomon, he said, ask what you will, and
Right.
I will grant it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Solomon didn't ask for wealth. He asked for wisdom, but with wisdom came what?
The wealth. It gives you the ability. That wisdom gives you that strategy. It gives you the steps. It gives you where to go, what to do, who to talk to, when to do it. It gives you all of that instead of, oh, let me just get this wealth here. All right, that's temporal, because when I spend this up or use this up, now what? But if you give me the wisdom, I can make this a continual, repetitive thing for the rest of my life. And not only my life that I'm living, I'm setting up my future, my generation, so they can continue this on. Let me teach
Yes.
you this. Here, let's give you this wisdom. Here, let me show you so this can continue on even after I'm gone.
Check this out. He'll cause somebody to have an idea in order for you to be able to have success, great success, to obtain wealth. Listen, he'll speak to David Emenitier and Yvonne Tapia and say, hey, start this company.
Right. With this vision. With this vision, with this plan, with this strategy. I want billions. Oh, okay, well, we can do that. We can definitely do that.
He will cause someone else to have an idea in order for you to connect with them, in order for what he has deposited in you to be birthed out.
Yeah, those divine connections. Those opportunities, those things that God brings to you. So, okay, now that we done jumped on Vision You, I'm going to jump on it and I'm going to jump off of it. For those that have heard about the company or had someone to give you some information about the company, multiple people, and you keep, nah, there is a reason that it keeps coming up to you. That is not coincidental. Y'all need to stop using that word. Oh, that was a coincidence. No, it was not. It was not a coincidence. It was intentional by God, because you didn't get it the first time I brought it around. And you didn't get it the second time I brought it around.
Girl, why are you talking about me?
The third time
why are you talking about me?
You will say, oh, wait a minute, this light bulb will come on. Like, wait a minute, this is the third time I've heard about this.
It didn't. Keep going. I needed some more times.
You need some more times?
I needed some more times.
I didn't need that, but there have been other things I've needed multiple things. Like, wait a minute, this has come around again. Let me pay some attention. And people are and oh my God, okay, see, you done got me stirred up this morning. People are yet living lives that they are not happy with when God has presented everything for them. It may not be Envision You, but it may be No More Sabotage. It may be No More Supercharge. That may get you started. That may give you what you need. It's not always in a company. It can be in a class. It can be in a person that you shun and don't want to have anything to do with, but in their mouth is the word that you need, the answer that you need to get you where you're going. God's like, oh, how many more ways do I need to get this dog out here to not speak English so you can understand? Because clearly I'm sending it, I'm constantly doing it. And you're like, no.
April, let me tell you this. This is the real talk. When I tell you that multiple people approached me about Envision You, and I was like, no. I didn't even look at it. No. Thank you. But no. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And one woman prophesied to me that I was supposed to be in the company, and it was the last company that I would ever do. I was supposed to be in the company, and it's the last one that I would ever do. And I listened to it while we were at the Vision Retreat. I read it and listened and okay, and didn't do anything. But the other thing was, it wasn't time. God was prepping me. He was priming me, right? So that when I came in where I needed to come in at the time I needed to come in with who I needed to come in with. But he had primed the pump. He had
Yeah.
primed the pump. And this is the thing. See, I think the challenge is sometimes our vision is so limited that when something shows a vision that is far greater than anything that we could ever think possible for us, we're like, that ain't real. That
Mhm.
can't happen. And if it can happen, it can't happen for me.
Yeah.
But when I tell you that what God is doing in this season is going to supersede anything you've ever done in your life, and you're going to see yourself, but it don't come just because you make a decision. I don't care what we're talking about. It doesn't happen because you just make a decision. It happens because you make a decision and you grow
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
You got to grow into it.
Mhm.
People think when they become a pastor, they got it. No, you got to grow into pastoring, baby. Baby, it
Mhm.
stretches you.
Yeah.
Pastoring stretches you because you're going to deal with cantankerous people. You're going to deal with lying people. You're going to deal with people that don't want to do nothing but want everything. You're going to
Right.
deal with sick people. You're going to deal with dead people and dead people's people, right? You're going to deal with all of that.
Yeah.
I do not like hospitals.
Mhm.
Period. I don't like hospitals. I ain't trying to go to no hospital. I ain't trying to be in the hospital. I don't like hospitals. But guess what I have to do? Go to freaking hospitals.
Mhm.
What? I don't like funerals. I don't like them.
And had to preach one.
More than one. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's going to grow you.
Yeah.
It's
It
going
will.
to stretch you. But if you're not being stretched, you're dying. I
That's
need
right.
y'all to understand that.
Yeah.
If you're not growing, you are stagnant and you are dying. You're
Yeah.
dying. You're dying. And your dreams are dying. And your hopes are dying. And your vision is dying. Because you're
Mhm.
afraid to dream. You're afraid to hope. You're afraid to believe. We are in a belief crisis right now.
Mhm.
We're in a crisis of belief. We say we believe the word, but our lives clearly demonstrate we don't.
Right. That part. So stop saying it if your life isn't reflecting it. And if your life isn't reflecting it, you need to find what you need to do to make it reflect. Because if God said it in his word and that's what he intended for us, we are living beneath what he said. So then how do we expect to witness and minister to other people who have not yet encountered God if our lives ain't lining up with that word, what the word says, with what he said about us? Why are we still just, what are you doing? What are you doing? So stop saying, giving all the lip service when your life is not showing that. He's presenting things for you so your life can reflect that, so you can help people, but you're not doing it. You're not taking advantage of it. You're not. But me, I figured it out. I need some help because I'm not living like I'm supposed to be. I'm not living who I am. And when I sit and think back to where I was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I'm just blown. Like, how did I even function? How did I even I was just walking around like a zombie, not even in my right mind, just going through motions of life and never fulfilled. I told you yesterday when we talked, I have so much peace and happiness and joy with where I am and where God is taking me. But it couldn't have happened had I not taken advantage of what he presented to me to get me here.
So wait
I
a
had
minute. Let me
multiple.
ask you a question. So what you're saying is, even with all that you just went through, you still got peace and joy and happiness?
Peace. Peace. Do you hear me? I'm not in turmoil. My mind is not like going back and forth. I am okay, God. You allowed that to happen for a reason. And it was traumatic. But I know God to be a God of specifics. There was a specific, calculated reason why he allowed me to go through that. So I trust him so much that I'm saying, okay, God, that hurt and it hurt bad. And I don't understand it, but I know there was a purpose. So I'm
Mm.
not going to wallow in my hurt, my disappointment, my embarrassment, my frustration. I ain't wallowing in that because that's wasting time. I'm wasting time when I could be moving forward. So I chose the latter. I chose to move forward and seek God. Okay, God, what is it? Where do you want me to go now? And he's showing me. He's dropping stuff. Okay. So when he tells me something, I don't second guess what I'm hearing. I don't second guess who I am. When he brings something, okay, let me write this down. Let me take care. Let me do this right now. All this stuff I've been posting, some of that stuff, that's been like downloads, like immediate, like, oh, let me just write, let me do this. Or stuff. We were on the phone the other day and I got this download it's for a new app. How where'd that come
Yep.
from?
Yep.
I didn't just
But
pull that myself. I would have never thought that.
listen, and I remember when I gave you the word that God is going to give you inventions,
Yes.
ideas and inventions that
Yes.
are going to revolutionize.
Yep. So I'm getting ready to work on that. Don't y'all be shocked when you see April coming out with this app.
Listen,
Wait.
and that's the thing. God has given us the ability.
Yeah.
It's inside of us. Like a tree is inside an acorn. But if it's never planted,
Yeah.
if it never is fertilized with manure, if it's never rained on,
Mm-hmm.
if it never goes through a dry season,
Yeah.
it will never fully spring
Right.
forth.
Right.
And what I know is this. Y'all, listen, I'm the first to say I don't know everything. I don't know everything, right? I don't know everything. I don't get it all right. But what I know, I know. If I know it, I know it, right? And this is what I know. I know that what God is doing in this season is requiring people to deal with themselves at a deeper level than they have ever dealt with themselves. I'm talking about the deep stuff, the hidden stuff, the stuff that you're not even aware of that's there inside of you, but it keeps playing underneath the surface, interfering with you moving forward fully, interfering with you living the life that God has called you to. It's there. It's there. And until you get to the root of it, and it is nothing like people having that revelation, that aha moment. Like last night, there were so many aha moments where people were like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. So when I'm going through and when I'm letting God lead, because listen, God is the leader. He's the one because he knows everything.
Yeah.
He knows everything. And if he knows everything, then he can show us everything and bring us into all truth, into all knowledge, and into all revelation. So it's less of no more sabotage and no more sabotage supercharge is less about Dr. V and more about Dr. V's willingness to surrender to what God is doing. Anytime I teach a class, they'll tell you, I might teach a class because God said, teach this class. I'll be like, okay. And start with a blank sheet of paper.
A blank. I've seen many a blank sheets that by the end of class has been filled up with such revelation and such information. It's like, wow, that just kind of came out of nowhere. What happened? The page was blank. And here we are filled with information and steps and tools and things to consider to apply to our lives that have brought us to where we are. When I took the very first No More Sabotage in September of 2022, my saboteurs were off the charts.
Yes.
8 and 9 on multiple. I was like so embarrassed and so shocked and so like wow. But when we started to link the motivation and all together and the history and I looked at the chart and all I could say was, yeah, that's true. Because it was absolutely true. I could not negate anything that was on there. but I had to put the work in. I had to do it. I had to give it my all. I wanted my life changed because I knew there was greater and better for me. And I began, I can't say that I was easily brought out. I was kicked out, and I will never forget the kicking that happened. But I'm grateful for it because here I am. And like Z said, I'm not that April. I distinctly remember being quiet, being introverted, off to the side. I always tell people, I said, there's everybody else, and then there's April. Always have been that way. So for me to go into a room and people are waiting for me to enter this room, or if I go into a room, I can change the shift that energy that's in the room, then that lets me know, girl, this was in you. You just needed it brought out, and you accepted what God was presenting for that to take place. See, God can present it to us all he wants, but it's up to us in our free will to accept it. And if we don't accept it, and then we stay where we are, and 6 months down the road, you're still where you were, who you blaming? But God, you didn't, and God, you didn't. God, shut up. Stop talking to God like that, because he did. And yeah, I said shut up. He did. He presented it, but you didn't take it. So you need to take what he's given. I don't care how many times I got to take No More Sabotage, how many times I need to take the Supercharge, how many times I need to participate in the Vision Retreat, how many times I need to go across the country, because I wouldn't have been able to do this had God not, if I had not allowed him to do what he was doing in my life and put it in action. Would I have been in Dubai last year? Would I have been in other countries last year? No. And he impressed upon me, you need to do this global entry. I was in the shower. He's like, I need you to do this global entry. All right. So I did that yesterday. And it says they're backed up 6 to 8 months, 4 to 6 months. I said, not April. I said, God, now you told me to do this. So I need a interview so I can get this done, because clearly I'm getting ready to go somewhere that I need global entry. So I did my part. Now I'm going to let you work and do yours. But it's about the obedience the first time. Yes. The first time. The first time. Why you got me on here? All stirred up. You got the little preacher done stirred up.
Listen, apparently it's Freedom Friday.
It is Freedom Friday.
Apparently it's Freedom Friday, and it's time for us to get free.
Yeah.
Free from disease and pain and cycles. Free from bondage of our past, free from bondage of our present, free from lack and poverty, free from struggle, free from low self-esteem and lack of confidence. It's time for us to get free. But y'all, listen, people can tell you all day long that you're already free. I grew up in Kentucky, and this is the month of June, and we're going to be celebrating Juneteenth. When Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. But I'm going to tell you, in Kentucky, we don't celebrate Juneteenth. We celebrate 8th of August, because that's when we found out we were free. So freedom had been established in June. And in many states, the slaves were already living in their freedom. But it was not until August 8th that we found out in Kentucky that we were free. The strange thing is this: many of the people, even after they found out they were free, continued to stay in their place of oppression and bondage, because they couldn't imagine a world where they could make it and really be free. They couldn't imagine a world where they were literally able to take care of themselves. They couldn't imagine a world where they didn't have somebody else telling them what to do. And if you're going to have somebody tell you what to do, how about we let God do that, right? Yeah. How about we let God really guide us? One of the greatest assignments that God has given me is the assignment to help people believe in their ability to hear the voice of God for themselves.
That's right.
And to operate in that and to walk that out. And to be able to break out of the cycles and the traumas of their life. And that's what No More Sabotage and No More Sabotage Supercharge is designed to do. It is a 7-week program. We just did our first class last night. It's not too late. It's
Right.
not too late for you to join. It's not too late for you to take advantage of this. It's not too late. But if you just keep waiting and just keep waiting, you're going to miss out. Because one thing that we know is it ain't no guarantee when the class going to be taught. When's the last time I did Supercharge, April?
Last year, last summer about this time, I want to say. It's been a
Ain't no
minute.
guarantee. Ain't no guarantee. It's not like it's coming up in 8 weeks. After this, I'm going to do it again. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. So when it comes and it's presented, take advantage of it. Why should they take advantage of this, April?
Because you need to change your life now. Are you content where you are? Now, if you content where you are, then okay. But I'm never content because I have not arrived. I have not achieved what God has told me was for me. God, I haven't achieved it yet. I know what God has told me about who I am and where I shall be in many areas. Right. I haven't arrived to that point yet. So I have to keep striving and pushing. And that's going to require me to get more information. It's going to require me to do more work. It's going to require me to listen to him more. And I don't have to always be in my prayer closet for God to speak. We
Angel
all
number
know
10,
that.
10.
I see that. That's the came up twice. So you have to take advantage of what God has presented to you to help you. This is the time and the place for you to ask the questions that you can't ask other people, or you have asked other people and they don't have an answer for you. Because in this space of supercharge and no more sabotage, this is where God has free reign in it.
Yeah.
So we are led by God. Yes, he gives the topics or gives the direction, but he also gives the word. Whether we prophesying to each other, whether Dr. V is giving us something that God has given her, whatever that may be, God is the center of it. It's not what she wants to say and what she wants to do, because she's already had, this has been proven. Dr. V's had her plan. She's had her outline. And God said, nope, not that. We're going to go this direction. So then she is forced to flow with what God is telling her while we're in the class. And you know what? It's what we need. So we're not only just pumping this up just to do that. I am telling you 100%, look at me. Those that know me, that grew up with me, that within church with me, y'all know this is not me. How I was, this the real me.
Come on, real me.
It's the real me. This is when I tell you feeling good in your own skin, but I give God glory for that.
Yeah.
Because now I'm able to really walk in who he destined me to be. And I have just scratched the surface.
Yes.
I'm not at the tip. I've scratched it because I'm beginning, because I see him doing things. But had I not taken advantage of what he presented before me, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be where I am. I would be doing a live Sabbath service, preaching, singing. I wouldn't be doing none of that. I'd be sitting somewhere in my house secluded, like, I'm good. No, but I'm not.
So, angel number 1010 keeps
popping.
It does. It does. And what it means is it's a sign of manifestation and alignment. It means that you need to align your words and your thoughts and your desires with what it is that you want. What are you desiring to produce or manifest in your life, right? It's a sign that you're on the right track. It's a sign of spiritual growth and enlightenment. And everything that we're talking about is exactly that. I want you to know that you're the key to your breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
You're the key to your breakthrough. And oh goodness, Cherie asked, what is Jackie said the beauty of how God moves is amazing. Absolutely, Jackie.
Yeah.
Cherie asked, what is No More Supercharge? So No More Sabotage is a class where you learn what your saboteurs are, your self-sabotaging behaviors, thoughts, all that. And then we talk about how you can begin to destroy those saboteurs, break their hold on your life, your thought patterns, begin to shift them. And Supercharge allows us 7 weeks to work on those things specifically. Your specific saboteurs, you'll be working on them. Last night's homework assignment. I said, okay, I'm going to give them the assignment, right? And that assignment was to find the scriptures associated with the lies that each of your saboteurs believes, right? So find the scriptures that counteract the lie, the truth of God's word to replace the lie that we believe. And so it is a concentrated boot camp. It is 7 weeks. It is 2 hours a week. And it's real. And we go in and it's personal and it's in depth and it's vulnerable. It's being
Yes.
vulnerable.
Yes. But it is a safe space. And me sharing my life and what is happening in my life, me sharing that with people that I do not know, that's big for me because I'm private. So me telling you my business, like, nah, because my old April with the saboteurs off the charts would have been like, I don't want, I'm concerned about what they thinking and feeling. So I don't want to say that because I don't want them to think that I'm a certain way. But baby, what I'm going through and what I'm dealing with is going to help you because it's going to encourage you to know, hey, if she going through it and dealing with it and she like this, oh, okay, let me find out more about this. It's a safe space for you to be you.
Yeah.
And it does not go outside of that place.
Yeah. Yeah.
So trust is big for people to be able to be themselves and see, you cannot move forward and progress unless you're real. You got to be honest. When you have an addiction, what's the first thing? You have to admit that there's a problem. You have to admit that you are where you are, thinking the way that you think, doing the things that you've done that have not served you, that have hindered you. You got to admit that. And when you admit that and accept it, okay, now we can move forward. Now we can add these tools in. Now we can do these steps. Now we can add this to our lives to change that, to tear it down, not chip at it. We want it torn down. Do you hear me? Tear it down. I'm about tearing down strongholds and people get delivered. That's what I'm about. So we're going to tear it down, destroy it. We're not going to break it because things broken can be put back together. We're going to destroy it, annihilate it, so it will never enter again. Okay, let me put myself on mute.
Listen.
I got a little room to run because I feel it. My leg jumping.
Listen, and you don't have to have taken the No More Sabotage class to take this one because we go through that information. We go through it. And we cover it and we talk about it and we pull. This is a deep dive connection. That's what this is. This is, by the time you get through, you're going to really know why you are the way you are. If you allow yourself to be honest, to be real, and to confront yourself. See, our problem is we don't want to look at us.
Yeah.
You know? But it's going to require that. But you can take it without that. Afterpay is available. Listen, y'all, the class is invaluable. This is talking about you can't mute that power. Speak, Holy Spirit. Absolutely. Hey, Mike. Great morning.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah. I know Catherine asked about some individual prophetic words for.
It's always got to be one.
Listen, but this is the thing, and this is what I'm going to tell you. Listen, right now, more than ever, God's people need to understand that God has given you what you need, and you
Yes.
still ain't worked with that. So it doesn't matter how many prophetic words you get if you never do the additional work required for those words to manifest in your life. Like right now, y'all don't need another prophetic word. You need action. Right?
Yes.
You don't need another prophetic word. You need action. And it's one of the reasons that I don't prophesy individually as much as I used to, because there's a corporate word that people need, and we won't even deal with the corporate word,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
So I'm really intentional about that. And I speak when God says speak. If he said give individual words, then I'll give them. But I'm not just giving them. Y'all got this.
Yeah.
God done gave you a word.
Yeah. This whole life was a word. It's you're talking about giving words, and I have, since my very first connection with you, I have a journal that every prophetic word that you gave me, I wrote it down in that journal. And I went back to check off those things that God had done, that and I kept checking and checking. But a lot of that stuff required me to do some things. Even if it wasn't something physical that I needed to do, it was a mindset that I needed to have to accept that what God spoke through you was going to take place. I had to accept that. And things came to pass when I got my mind together and I got myself prepared for it. So you can get this word, but if you're not doing anything with it, then it's just us giving you what God, and God's like, there again, they want to. Can you do what I told you to do with the last one? Can you change your mindset for the last one? Can you walk in the last one? Can you ask God, God, what is it that you want me to do with this word? Because there
Yeah.
may be something required for you to do for this word to come in fruition. Because if it doesn't, then you're going to be like, oh, that was a false prophecy. Well, no. What did you do in relation to this word? Did you even ask God, what do you want me to do with this? Is there something that I myself need to do in this? Or do I just need to pay attention? Or there's some things I need to change, some stuff I need to get rid of, some people I need to get rid of, some places I need to go for new connections. What is that? And then that's going to open up the door. See, I believe in this God domino effect.
Yes.
When you're obedient to what he tells you, it's a domino effect, because then that opens up another door and another door. And before you know it, you looking like, wait a minute, but I started way back over there and I'm way over here because of your obedience to what God is
Right.
telling you to do.
Right.
Obedience to the word that he has given you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
And that's it in a nutshell. So if you haven't registered for the class, go register. If you've taken 3 or more classes of mine, hit me up, inbox me. I've got a code for you. If money is the issue, talk to me and let's see what we can work out. Because this is what I'm going to tell y'all. The only thing stopping you from getting to your destiny is you. And the only thing that can get you to your destiny is you. You are the key. You are the key. And you are the problem. So you get to decide, am I going to be the key or am I going to be the problem? Which one? Because it's up to you. April, girl, as always, thank you for showing up, girl, and showing out, because that's exactly what you done this morning. Girl, you done showed out.
I'm stirred up. Lisa's talking about she running. I'm getting ready to go run a little bit. I got a lot of space in this house to run. I'm getting ready to go run. Give
Come
God
on now. Come on. Come on. April, tell them how they can follow you. Tell them what you got going on and how they can support you.
Well, you can follow me here on Facebook, April Green Anderson. I am on Instagram and TikTok at Lady April 36. I have a book out that I published last year. I still have a few copies left before I drop the next one. It's called Intentional You, A Push to Destiny. Let's see. I am working this Envision You and helping change people's lives. I want people healthy. I want people wealthy, and I have the key. I got the key. Listen,
You got the key,
I
girl.
got the key. And I'm doing. God has me doing some other things. I'm doing some mentoring, both in my business and in the spirit. So I just so much. So if you need something, Y'all hit me up in my DM, put something on my page.
Come on now.
Let's connect. I don't know. I just may be the connection you need.
Huh.
You never know.
That's right.
You
That's
never
it.
know.
That's it. That's it. Go
Yeah.
support my girl. Make sure you get a copy of the Intentional You devotional. Baby, I'm telling you, it is life changing. I just had to post a memory of a word that she had put up a year ago. Baby, I said, baby, I miss these. I miss these.
I
Can
gotta
we
get back.
can we get some of these back?
I gotta get them back.
I
Definitely.
love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all remember this. Remember, there's greatness inside of you, and the only thing stopping it from coming forth is you. Y'all go register for the class. Don't miss it, because I don't know when it's coming back again. Listen, we love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an absolutely amazing, incredible, and epic day on
Epic.
purpose, because God loves you. You guys be blessed. Mwah.